holding back
Alright,
funding,
stand by CG3
demanding
to Radar 2.
reforms
We
to
got ARC
immigration
7 and
enforcement.
Radar 2.
Andrea Fuji, ABC News, New York.
Take
7 News on your side at 5 a.m.
and mic's open.
Right now on 7 News, 2 more soldiers killed in the line of duty have now been identified.
Ready to
Alive
logo
right
the
now
server
as
B.
the Senate votes down the War Powers Bill. What's next on Capitol Hill as the conflict in the Middle East escalates?
Logo.
And new developments in a Fairfax County murder. The warnings police say they gave county prosecutors about the suspect, an illegal immigrant with a violent history.
And the DMV is waking up to foggy and wet conditions. The First Alert team is tracking how this could impact your morning commute. Good Thursday morning to you, Washington. Thanks for joining us. I'm Adriana Hopkins.
And I'm Melanie Hastings in for Adam Longo today. Well, we've got a fog alert for the DMV this morning. The rain is sticking around, kind of a mess. And meteorologist Eileen Whelan breaking it all down. At least it's not really cold out there, Eileen.
Yeah, let's focus on the positive. I mean, we're in the 40s, but yeah, cannot emphasize enough how thick the fog is. You are waking up to dense fog advisories pretty much across the DMV. These are in effect until 10 o'clock this morning. Look at visibility all across the area. It's been patchy the past few mornings, but it is widespread and really thick. Visibility now less than 1/10 of a mile in DC. Now, as for rain, few showers farther west around Romney, West Virginia, heads up along the 81 corridor. Otherwise, maybe a little drizzle. But I do think once we get through the fog this morning, looking a little better. But more fog will be developing tonight. As for temperatures, guys, we'll get into the low 60s and we'll finally see a little sunshine later today. But we'll talk about more weather makers on the way coming up.
Mic is open.
All right, taking a look at the roads right now at 5:01. Let's see what's going on outside. Look at the big board. Doesn't appear that too much is happening. Let's dive in here to Glen Road. There is a closure in Potomac, Greenbrier Road and Piney Meeting House Road closed at this hour. Taking a look here, Georgetown Pike, a crash in McLean. So Swings Mill Road and Spring Hill Road, there's a closure there at Potomac River Road. Taking a look here at University Boulevard, a water main break in Silver Spring that you're dealing with. So the left lane is blocked eastbound past Lebanon Street.
We're still about 5 hours out.
Taking a look from Beirut, where it is just after 12 in the afternoon. Tensions are rising in the Middle East as the Pentagon confirms a U.S. submarine sank an Iranian warship in international waters. We're told 180 people were on board. Sri Lankan authorities say 32 crew members were rescued, while its Navy recovered 87 bodies. The Pentagon says this is the first time an American submarine has sunk an enemy ship by torpedo since World War II. And the Pentagon has identified 2 more U.S. soldiers killed in Kuwait. On the left side of your screen is 45-year-old Major Jeffrey O'Brien of Iowa, and on the right is 54-year-old Chief Warrant Officer Robert Marzan of California. And they, along with 4 other soldiers whose faces you see now, were part of a reserve unit hit by an Iranian drone attack March 1st. Another 18 soldiers were wounded. The White House says President Trump will attend the dignified transfer.
On Capitol Hill, the Senate has rejected a resolution aimed at reining in President Trump's war powers against Iran. That measure would have given lawmakers the right to demand congressional approval before further military action in Iran. The vote was 53 to 47 not to advance that legislation. A similar bill is being voted on in the House today. President Trump has said he expects the ongoing operation in Iran to last for 5 weeks. We go now to our John Rogers at the Alert Desk for the latest on the Middle East conflict. So, John, what are you following this morning?
Well, Adriana, I'm constantly keeping tabs on the wires, and right now, as we speak, a new wave of explosions have been reported in Tehran, and there are reportedly explosions heard in Qatar's capital, Doha. Take a look at this. The Israeli military just released videos of strikes in Iran and Lebanon. And just over an hour ago, alerts blasted to residents in Jerusalem as the Israeli military detected missile launches from Iran. Jerusalem residents are being warned they may have to go into shelters. Meanwhile, the BBC is reporting overnight that Iran claims its naval fighters hit a U.S. tanker in the northern Persian Gulf, and it's currently on fire. Iran's Revolutionary Guard say the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most important shipping lanes, is only closed to ships from the U.S., Israel, Europe, and other Western allies. And minutes ago, we've learned that China, they've announced they will send a special envoy to the region to help de-escalate the tensions.
And logo.
And the rush to get thousands of Americans back home continues today. More than 17,000 Americans have returned so far. The State Department says charter flights have started and one plane has already left. But many commercial flights from the Middle East remain canceled, including for Arlington's Anjali Sharma. She was only supposed to be in Qatar for 24 hours, but instead of boarding a plane out of the country, she has had to shelter in place in her hotel room and is hearing the bomb blast just outside her window.
The entire day I'm constantly hearing sounds of explosions. I hear them and I'm trying to judge how far they're away from and if they're closer by. And I would really like for the U.S. government to step in at this point for people in Qatar and help us get out of here safely and quickly as possible.
Now, the State Department has since released a form for Americans to fill out to receive departure assistance information, and you can find that link on our website in this story.
We are learning more about how the decision to strike Iran was set in motion and Israel's role in the process. National correspondent Kayla Gaskins picks up our coverage on the Middle East conflict.
Muddled messaging from the Trump administration earlier this week fueled criticism that Israel dragged the United States into the conflict with Iran. A notion both President Trump and Israel staunchly deny.
This whole notion of dragging President Trump into an operation of this magnitude is just, it's so insulting to the president.
On Wednesday, we sat down with Dr. Michael Leiter, Israel's ambassador to the U.S., to discuss the timing of the operation.
Together we're carrying out what is really historical.
This comes as new reporting shows last Monday, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu alerted President Trump to extraordinary new intelligence. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, and his top advisors would be gathered in one location in Tehran that coming Saturday. A single strike could take them all out.
When you take out the head of the snake, it's very difficult for the snake to wiggle out.
The CIA reportedly confirmed the intel. At the same time, diplomacy with Iran over their nuclear program was failing in Geneva.
The terrorist Iranian regime refused to negotiate in good faith. They chose this path of violence and destruction.
And the weather was perfect. An irresistible opportunity. Trump gave the green light.
Would Israel have taken that opportunity to strike even if the U.S. was not on board?
It's conjecture. I don't know how to answer the question. We lay out how we see things. We lay out our intel, and the United States makes a decision. And the bottom line is that we're in this together. We're the junior partner.
Israel is aiming for a full regime collapse to pave the way for the Iranian people to develop a new government. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz posting on X, any new leader chosen by the current regime will be an unequivocal target for elimination.
Can this be accomplished with no boots on the ground, whether those boots are Israeli or American?
I believe so. We believe so.
Dr. Leiter also says Israel has hope. If Iran is removed as a regional threat, it could pave the way for an expansion of the Abraham Accords, allowing Israel to normalize diplomatic relations with its Arab neighbors. In Washington, I'm Kayla Gaskins.
Mic's open and board wait.
And you can count on the 7 News team to bring you the latest breaking developments out of the Middle East. Our digital team is posting constant updates at WJLA.com. And you can get breaking news alerts sent straight to your phone by downloading the free 7 News app. Just make sure those push alert notifications are turned on.
New developments this morning on a story that ties into the ongoing debate over local police and prosecutors and ICE in Virginia. 7 News is revealing emails that show a warning Fairfax County Police sent to prosecutors about a dangerous repeat offender and illegal immigrant now accused of murder. Our reporter Felicia Ashley joins us now live from Fairfax. Felicia, good morning.
Flash, rather 5.
Good morning to you. Yes, what these emails show is police sending out warnings to prosecutors, including one email stating, quote, that it's not a question of if but when he will wound again, and that is what police say that he did. Abdul Jallo of Sierra Leone has more than 40 past charges in the county, ranging from rape to assault. In almost every case, the county's Commonwealth's attorney dropped those charges. 7 News obtained emails showing Fairfax County Police warning prosecutors about how dangerous they say he was. Now, Jallo is in trouble again, accused of stabbing and killing a mother at a bus stop. The Department of Homeland Security says he's been in the country illegally. 7 News spoke to lawmakers in Richmond as they prepare to vote on legislation to limit ICE's ability to arrest illegal immigrants in Virginia. Now, coming up live in the next half hour, you're going to hear from them as they get ready to make these very important decisions about changes as it relates to ICE, immigration, and operations. Now reporting live from Fairfax, Felicia Ashton, 7 News.
Flash.
All right, you're clear, Felicia.
This morning, we're asking you to weigh in. Scan the QR code on your screen to tell us, is the Fairfax County Commonwealth's Attorney doing enough to protect the public? So far, 97% of you say no, while 3% say yes. You can find this poll on our website.
Logo.
Now, over in Maryland, several new bills are focused on curbing ICE activities. In Prince George's County, the council introduced 6 immigration-related bills. That includes a bill banning people who work for ICE from ever working for the county. Another bill would require police to respond to immigration enforcement scenes to verify agents' identities. Other measures restrict where federal immigration agents can operate. In Montgomery County, the ICE Out Act was introduced to bar privately owned immigration detention centers in that county.
Stand by.
And
10 after 5, now still ahead, a special election in Prince William County dealing with controversy. Why some are calling for the Democratic candidate to step down.
Logo.
Shots hot.
And taking a live look at the tidal basin, many people are anticipating the National Park Service's cherry blossom peak bloom prediction. What we know ahead of today's announcement coming up next.
And music up, Mike's clipped, and table.
All right, we will see you in about 5 minutes.